So I just watched Rental Girlfriend 5 episode titled Valentine's Day and Golf, or in other words, the title is Valentines. Where do I sound off on this video? Where do I be? What I know for a fact is that we are still in the aftermath of what happened at the spa, and even though everything has been resolved peacefully, still the backlash is still affecting Kazuya and right. One, it was revealed in the last episode that the reason why Chizuru has been keeping away from Kazuya is because of Ruka, and she doesn't want to hurt him. And yes, it was her idea to put Ruka and Kazuya in a relationship. Kazuya looks like a caveman. He hasn't shaved. He looks like the definition of somebody in the prison of depression. And he's been like that until Mimi came back from India. And after explaining the whole thing to Mimi decides, okay, she's going to see Chizuru, even though she suggested taking some of. Now, what kind of a girl goes to another girl's house and say, okay, before they depart, they want to take their panties. I don't want to talk about panties in this video, even though there have been bra and panties in this show, but I don't want to discuss bra and panties. Kazuya is still depressed. It's been 3 months since It's been 3 months since the whole matter has been resolved. It's been 3 months since everybody found out that Chizuru is a rental girlfriend, courtesy of mommy, who wanted everything exposed so quickly, who did everything out of cruelty. We're still in the aftermath of that. Still, fragments of the whole thing still linger. It's affecting Kazuya, it's affecting Chizuru, it's affecting Ruka, because Ruka saw Kazuya and Chizuru kiss in front of everybody, meaning that her affair, her relationship with Kazuya is reaching dire areas right now that is putting their relationship at risk of being destroyed. When Mimi actually explained the whole thing, now when we see that all Kazuya just wants to do is just hear from that's the only ray of life, that's the only essence of life that will put him back on, that will give him a reason to live, because he hasn't heard from Chizuru. That's why he looks dead. Mimi had to tell him that the only reason why Chizuru didn't want to talk to him was because of Ruka. And what happened at the spa, it kind of hurt Ruka's feelings. Okay, yes, it did hurt Ruka's feelings, I understand. But again, it's not Chizuru and Kazuya's fault that whole thing happened, even though they did keep it a secret. The whole mess was caused by mommy, who wanted everybody to see Chizuru as a rental girlfriend. I have to tell you, what mommy did was absolutely cruel, and she deserves to be written off. But then again, you can't deny a good story. You can't deny giving a story a good villain, which is what she is. Now, we see that after Mimi explains the whole thing to Kazuya, and Kazuya thanks her, Mimi, even though she calls him master, she still doesn't understand Kazuya. I mean, come on, you just met this guy. You just met him. I mean, you met him like, how long ago was it? Maybe a year ago? And now you're thinking you just don't get him. Some things that women will never understand about men is that men do complicated things. They do weird things that make the lady think this guy is weird. Then we see that Kazuya decides, okay, he's going to go over to Chizuru's place, but then Chizuru sends him a text on a rental date. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you, the audience, this question. Do you really think it's a good idea for Chizuru and Kazuya to go on a rental date, especially when Ruka could be anywhere at any time? Remember that episode that Ruka came and surprised them at the bus terminal? I mean, they really need to be careful. They shouldn't be meeting in the open, which is what they did. They shouldn't be meeting in the open because Ruka might see them. I don't know about Kobayashi. I don't know about Kibe, but Ruka will definitely see them. Well, we see that the rental dates between Kazuya and Chizuru goes really well, like calm, fluent. Sometimes they talk, they give comments to each other. Kazuya is looking at every area of Chizuru with his mind, the pervert, even though Chizuru doesn't notice anything. But then you look at Chizuru's face, carries that face of unhappiness, and meaning that the aftermath, that they're still in the aftermath of what happened at the spa, and she's still reeling from it. So after that rental date, Kazuya decides that he has a ray of hope, like ray of hope. He's now hopeful, he's alive. He went on a rental date with Chizuru, and stop calling her Chizuru Mizuhara. Just call her Chizuru Inuichi, or just call her by her real last name. That's all I'll say. So where exactly does this episode now go from? Are we going to see Ruka in the next episode? Who else are we going to see in the next episode? I really, from my standpoint, what I think is that I think Kazuya has definitely met the love of his life, and that's Chizuru. What do you guys think about this episode? What do you think about Chizuru still in the aftermath of everybody at the spa finding out that she's a rental? Will she and Kazuya live happily ever after? I hope Chizuru and Kazuya get a restraining order against Mami, because Mami's a disappointment. And what do you guys think about Mimi talking to Chizuru and Kazuya, getting them together? Do you really think she's a perfect matchmaker? I think, despite the way Mimi talks, she's a very good matchmaker, or she has matchmaker potential, if you ask me. Kazuya really needs to clean his room. Like, his room is junk. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.